Welcome back. All right, career video time. We are going to discuss TJ Oshie today, a player who had a lot of shootout goals in his career. Absolutely, definitely did. A player who also went through a lot of injury issues throughout his career. And he always came back. The most recent injury that he did not return from being a chronic back injury that cost him the season. But honestly, the fact he played over 1,000 games tells you just how bound and determined he was to play. And I never heard anything negative about him. In this era where there's always some social media posts about everybody, I never heard anything negative about Oshie as a teammate, as a player. Never heard anything about him not having the heart or the will. And so TJ Oshie is a player that I guess I could throw him in the THG Hall of Fame. We could do that. He's the number 24 draft pick in 2005. Drafted, of course, by the St. Louis Blues. And his first season is 2008-2009. So that year he plays 57 games, 14 goals, 25 assists, 39 points. Strong numbers. And he was a good producer in his career. He plays 4 playoff games for St. Louis. Did not record a point, but the future's bright. 2009-2010, 76 games played, 18 goals, 30 assists, 48 points. And he was a good, solid middle six forward. Honestly, good, solid middle six forward. 2010-2011, 49 games played, so missed time with injury that year. 12 goals, 22 assists, 34 points. 2011-2012, well, he played almost every game that year. 80 games, 19 goals, 35 assists, 54 points. In the playoffs, he had 3 assists in 9 games. 2012-2013, it's a lockout-shortened season. It was a 48-game season. He played 30 of those games. 7 goals, 13 assists, 20 points. He did play in the playoffs that year. 6 games, and he had 2 goals. 2013-2014, 79 games played, 21 goals, 39 assists, 60 points. So that's his best offensive season. He would have had better offensive seasons if not for time missed due to injuries. But 60 points is respectable. 5 games, 2 goals in those 5 games. 2014-2015, plays 72 games, 19 goals, 36 assists, 55 points. In the playoffs, 6 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points. Good, solid player for the St. Louis Blues throughout that time, but he would be traded. On July the 2nd, he's traded to the Washington Capitals in exchange for a 2016 third-round draft pick, Troy Brouwer, whose name I haven't said on this channel in a while, and Phoenix Copley, goaltender. So the Washington Capitals get Oshie, and it works right out of the gate. In 2015-2016, he sets what would be a career high in goals to that point with 26. 26 goals, 25 assists, 51 points. In the playoffs, 12 games played, 6 goals, 4 assists, 10 points. He was a good playoff performer. Absolutely was. 2016-2017, his second year with the Capitals, 68 games, 33 goals, 23 assists, 56 points. So, if not for missing those 14 games, he could have been a 40-goal scorer. Definitely would have eclipsed that 60-point mark he had in the 2013-2014 season. And in the playoffs, 13 games, 4 goals, 8 assists, 12 points. So almost a point per game in the playoffs. Pretty solid all-around outing. And then 2017-2018, a year where the Capitals, it felt like, fell back during that regular season after being the number 1 team in the National Hockey League the previous 2. 74 games for Oshie, just 18 goals. So his goals dropped by almost half. 29 assists, 47 points. So his points total still stay pretty well in that 50-point range. And then in the playoffs, 24 games as the Washington Capitals go all the way to and win the Stanley Cup. 8 goals, 13 assists, 21 points. Very important player for the Washington Capitals during that run. And so when he held up that Stanley Cup, we were all pretty proud of him. And I would think that even if you weren't a Capitals fan, you were probably happy for TJ Oshie. 2018-2019, played 69 games that year, 25 goals, 29 assists, 54 points. In the playoffs, 4 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points. 2019-2020, 69 games played, 26 goals, 23 assists, 49 points. In the playoffs, 8 games, 3 goals. He also played in the All-Star game that year. It was just one All-Star appearance, and nice to see him at the All-Star game, honestly. Really good all-around player. 2020-2021, a shortened season due to just playing in the division. He did play 53 of 56 games that year. So, of those 56 games, he only misses 3, and he played pretty well. 22 goals, 21 assists, 43 points. Very consistent when healthy, TJ Oshie. 5 games in the playoffs, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. 2021-2022, Just 44 games that year, 11 goals, 14 assists, 25 points. In the playoffs, 6 games, 6 goals, 1 assist for 7 points. 2022-2023 as he continues to miss time. A lot of injuries just piling up at this stage. 58 games, 19 goals, 16 assists, 35 points. 2023-2024, 52 games, 12 goals, 13 assists, 25 points, in what would end up being his final season. But he got to that 1,000-game mark during that final season in the playoffs, 4 games, just the 1 assist in those 4 games. So altogether, 1,010 games, 302 of those points are goals, 393 of his points are assists. He has 695 points altogether. Not quite 700 points, but hey, at least he got over 300 goals. He did pass 1,000 games. In the playoffs, 106 games played, 34 goals, 35 assists for 69 points. So his points production, very similar across regular season and postseason. He did win bronze for the U.S. at the 2013 World Championship. He had a very high career shootout percentage at 47.12%. 21 game-deciding goals in the shootout. So if you need a game-deciding goal, here comes TJ Oshie. Frans Nielsen is the all-time leader with 23. So almost as many as Frans Nielsen. And in terms of shootout goals, he scored 49 of them on 104 attempts. So when you saw Oshie winding up for the shootout, you knew there was a good chance that he was going to get the goal there. He had 4 documented concussions in his career. Recent years, of course, we don't necessarily hear what the injury is, just upper body and lower body. I had the idea of putting on the board what exactly the injuries were for each season that kept him out. The problem being in recent seasons, it just says upper body, lower body. And so, yeah. It really was a matter of, it was not always the same body part that was getting hurt. As I said, a chronic back injury took him out for this entire season. And 2014 at the Olympics gets talked about a lot, and there's good reason. So in the National Hockey League, you have a rotation, right? So you have 3 guys in the shootout, and then a 4th and a 5th. And you can't use the same player twice. But at the Olympics, you don't have that rule. So Oshie just kept going out and taking shots, and he kept scoring. And it is an iconic moment. It is one of those things that was kind of fun to watch at the time. And so TJ Oshie became a legend of the shootout. And in large part because of that stage that you have at the Olympics. And then you look at his shootout percentage in the NHL. That tells you he had a very good deceptive shot. He was good on breakaways. And so probably a little bit underrated during his National Hockey League career. It does happen with a player that's in that 50-point range. Absolutely can. But that being said, good, solid career. Amazing he did get over that 1,000 game mark considering the amount of injuries that he went through that dates back as far as that 3rd season where he misses over 30 games. So I wish him the best in retirement. I hope he feels good. I hope he feels healthy. I have talked to former players before who've talked about various ailments that other players have had and that they have had. And it is a big part of the reason why I have so much respect for NHL players. And you won't see me complaining about how greedy they are because they sacrifice their body for the game. And I don't think there's a better example of a player who sacrificed his body for the game than TJ Oshie. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event you may not have done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.